Hello, dear food lovers. Today we're going on a little culinary journey. We'll be making cream puffs. Here's our saucepan, the starting point of our recipe. Now we pour in the water, laying the foundation for the dough. Then add the milk. It will make the base richer and softer. Add 1 tablespoon of sugar and a pinch of salt. Add a piece of butter. To avoid waiting forever, cut it into cubes. It melts much faster that way. Place it on the stove and bring to a boil. An important note, the butter must fully melt, or the dough will turn out uneven. Let the ingredients get to know each other, but keep the passion in check. Now comes the crucial moment. Add all the flour at once, in one go, as if you accidentally dropped the whole bag into the pot. Then start stirring vigorously. Use a spatula, spoon, even an oar. The key is not to stop stirring. Once the dough comes together into a smooth, cohesive ball that effortlessly pulls away from the pan, you know the flour has been properly cooked. Continue heating for another 2-4 minutes until you see a thin film forming on the bottom. That's your signal that it's ready. Remove from the heat and let the dough cool slightly, about 5 minutes. Why? Because if you beat the eggs into a hot mixture, you'll end up with an omelet, and we're making profiteroles, not breakfast. Once the dough is warm, add the eggs one at a time. Each one should be fully incorporated before adding the next. It's best to lightly beat the last egg separately and add it in portions. Add the last egg in portions to control the dough's consistency. That way you'll get the perfect texture, smooth, glossy, and stretchy. The final dough should be smooth, glossy, and slightly stretchy. Here's a simple test. It should slowly slide down and leave a little V shape behind. If it does, the consistency is just right. It's perfectly normal if a bit of the egg mixture is left over. Now our dough is ready for the transformation. We transfer it into a piping bag, where it will turn into little masterpieces. Now carefully snip off the tip of the piping bag. Pipe small mounds onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Remember, profiteroles grow, so give them some space. Let them breathe. Otherwise, you'll end up with one big cuddle pies instead of perfect little puffs. Secret tip: dip your finger in water and gently smooth the tops. This way they won't turn into little hedgehogs, but will come out neat and round. Now the baking sheet can go into the oven. Now let's prepare a delicate custard cream with mascarpone. In a bowl, combine the cornstarch with sugar and gently mix them together. For the cream, we'll need 4 egg yolks. Carefully separate them from the whites, keeping them intact for a smooth and light dessert. Mix the egg yolks, then combine 4 yolks with sugar and cornstarch. Stir thoroughly until smooth and uniform. For the next step, pour the milk into a saucepan. Into the milk, we add just a pinch of salt. It won't make the cream salty, but it brings out the sweetness and gives the flavor more depth. Heat the milk almost to boiling until you see the first hint of steam. Now, slowly pour part of the hot milk into the egg yolk mixture in a thin stream, stirring constantly. Return this mixture to the saucepan and cook over medium heat, stirring constantly with a whisk, especially making sure to reach into the corners. After the first bubbles appear, let the cream simmer for another 10-15 seconds. The cornstarch needs time to do its job. The finished pastry cream will become smooth, noticeably thick, and will slowly drip off the spoon. Remove the cream from the heat and add the butter, cut into small cubes. It melts gently, filling the cream with tenderness and giving it a velvety smoothness. Transfer the pastry cream into a bowl and smooth out the surface. Cover it with plastic wrap directly touching the surface. This prevents a skin from forming as it cools and keeps the texture silky. Place the cream in the fridge to cool. Once the cream has completely cooled, whip it with a mixer to give it lightness and a fluffy texture. We're adding the final flourish, mascarpone. It makes the cream light, velvety, and gives it a touch of Italian flair. Profiteroles with an Italian accent, so to speak. And finally, just a drop of vanilla extract. It adds a subtle aroma and enhances the flavor of the cream. Now our custard is thick, silky, and ready to use. Now you can transfer the cream into a piping bag fitted with a star tip. The baking temperature and time are shown in the video. Do not open the oven door. Yes, even if you're tempted to check, patience is the key to success. Let the profiteroles enjoy a quiet childhood. That way they won't collapse. Here's the beautiful result we've got. The finished profiteroles should be golden and light, like little airy balloons. Once cooled, the choux shells are hollow inside, almost as if they were made just for the cream. Fill the profiteroles with cream and top them with a little cap. And here they are, our profiteroles, little balls of happiness that vanish faster than you can brew a cup of tea. Try making them at home and see for yourself. Sometimes, magic is made from the simplest ingredients. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these profiteroles. Subscribe to the channel and join me for more delicious recipes.